everybody, I'm Michelle Carre.
And I'm Matt Carre.
And this is Riding in Cars with Cars. So Matt and I are realtors here in Airdrie, and we think it's really important to share our community with people, whether they are moving from one area of the city to another, or they're moving to Airdrie for the first time. We want to introduce them to the people and the businesses of Airdrie, and that's what this show is all about. So we're really excited to share another episode with you.
Yeah, and today we've got Kent Rupert from the city in Airdrie Economic Development. And Kent is a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information. His team is fantastic. And one of the great things about Kent is sometimes he tells us about new restaurants that are coming, which is always near and dear to my heart.
Very good news.
So really looking forward to get Kent in the car and learn more about what economic development does. Well, Kent Rupert, Michelle was drinking when I started, so that'll be part of the blooper. Well, Kent Rupert, welcome into the car, and thank you for riding in Cars with Cars today.
Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, as always. So, Kent, you have been with the city for...
I've been with the city for about 15 and a half years now. So I started in the spring of 2003.
Nice.
Do you know off the top of your head how many people lived in Airdrie?
I think we were around 23,000, and
Okay.
now we're closer to pushing 70,000. So I've seen lots and lots of new residential growth.
Yep.
But the exciting thing about that is we always talk about the residential growth and how, we're one of the fastest growing cities in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But what we don't talk about is our non-residential growth has been able to keep up with the residential.
Right.
So, yeah, it's really exciting.
And by non-residential, you mean commercial, industrial, all of those different things, right?
Anything but houses.
Okay.
and I guess being in charge of economic development, that's kind of important for you to keep your job?
Yeah, it's
Might
good
be.
Job security for me and my
Okay.
team. Yeah.
So everybody, that means come to Kent, bring more business to Airdrie,
Exactly.
and Kent gets to keep working longer and longer.
Exactly. As long as businesses are moving here, then we get to keep our jobs.
Good.
Yes.
So, Ken, for our viewers who may not know, what exactly does economic development do for the city?
Well, it's funny because I've been doing this for about 17 years and my mother still doesn't know what I do. So maybe we can edit this and send a copy to her.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, no, economic development is different in every community, but certainly in Airdrie, myself and my team, what we're really responsible for is new investment attraction.
Okay.
So bringing in new investment to the community, whether it's like the Matamis of the world, so whether it's residential, but mainly industrial and retail. We also do the marketing for the city to let people know what a great place it is to come and live here. Mm-hmm. And then over the last 15 years I've been here, we haven't really had to do a lot of that because Airdrie is known for its reputation. And then the third part that we spend a lot of time on is really the business development piece and working with the local businesses to make sure that they're healthy, that they enjoy being here. If they want to expand into a larger space, we'll work with them on that and that type of thing. And just sort of, being a bit of a liaison between the business community and City Hall. So that's sort of the three key functions that we look at. A couple things that we're sort of moving forward to look at is around employment, sort of the workforce.
Okay.
And then entrepreneurism. And so we've had a really strong program over probably the last 6-7 years around entrepreneurism, whether it's through Smart Start, our entrepreneurial program with our partners, or just working with local businesses to help them start up their either home-based businesses or their storefronts.
Wow.
In a nutshell.
Nice.
Itself.
So over the years, Kent, have the number of people who live and work in Airdrie increased quite a bit? Because we've always been a bedroom community to Calgary, but as Airdrie's grown, we've established our own independence. So what's the numbers shown you?
As I had to explain to a business writer, we are not a bedroom community.
Yes, we are not.
But we have seen more people living here and working here, and
that's great.
Really, that's what our job is to try to work with businesses, create opportunities that people can live out here, work out here. I remember one time a friend of mine said, you guys need to keep doing what you're doing because I'm tired of driving into Calgary all the time for my work, and it kind of really hit home about that.
Yeah.
So. We have. And, the other thing is we always talk about how, 40 some odd % of our population leaves the community for work. But what we don't talk about is 25% of Airdrie's workforce comes into Airdrie,
Really?
whether from Calgary or the region. Yeah, so we're just becoming such a more mobile society.
Yeah.
You can be at Canada Olympic Park in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so it is changing for sure, and how people work is changing. So,
Yes.
But yes, we have definitely seen more people live here and work here over the last number of years.
That's great.
Ken, a lot of people know you around town as being the guy from economic development. You are very well known in town, but we want to know Kent Rupert, the man, the person. So, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, I don't know. Anything with John Cusack where he shoots people is always kind of fun.
What about when he doesn't shoot people, like in Serendipity?
Oh, well, but he had a very attractive person working with him, so
that didn't hurt.
So that didn't hurt that one, yeah. But I like all sorts of movies. I'm a Netflix junkie like everybody else.
What are you binge watching right now?
Ozark. I'm on to season 2 of Ozark. Yeah.
Oh, we just finished it.
Yeah,
So
it's fantastic.
So,
enjoy.
Yeah. So and that, and I like to stay active. I like to swim and ski.
Well, you grew up a competitive swimmer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, you say it so nonchalantly. I like to swim. However, you have swam across Lake Okanagan a couple of times. That's not just I like to swim. That's like I am a swimmer.
I am a swimmer.
What inspired you to want to swim across an entire lake, especially one that is known to have an Ogopogo in it?
Well, yeah. So I actually one of our past mayors, Mayor Linda Bruce. She's done it probably 5 or 6 times.
Oh, wow.
And she was telling me about it. And for those that don't know the swim across the lake, it's really kind of like a fun run. And so your first year you
Swimming
get out
for
there.
30 minutes is not fun, Ken.
Well, it's 2.1 kilometers, but yeah. So but you get out there and
3 hours, 30 minutes.
The irony of that is the youngest person this year too, I think, was 8, and the oldest was 78 or 86, I think. But yeah, so it's a fun event.
Yeah,
you get out there. We've been fortunate the last few years to have nice weather, and for me, it's I like to swim because it's sort of my place to get away and just go and think and try to stay in half decent shape.
Kent, I also understand we have something in common. Mr. Jimmy Buffett.
Parrothead.
You're a parrothead. That's right.
Yep.
And
you betcha.
Do you have a favorite Jimmy Buffett song?
Changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes.
Nice work, Michelle, with the timing on the song.
Magical
there.
like that, hey?
Magical. Yeah. No. I've always been a parrothead, and really any singers that talk about sand surf and song. So Zach Brown Band, and so
living on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of us tourists covered in oil.
Yummy.
Wasted away again in Margaritaville.
Just coffee.
Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Salt! Some people claim that there's a woman to blame.
It's really her fault.
Ken, what do you love about Airdrie?
What do I love about Airdrie? Well, you know what? I have to say the business community, because I get to work with them so closely.
Yeah.
We and Airdrie as a whole, I'll go to meetings in different places through Alberta and stuff, and people always wonder what we have in our water here, because everybody that lives in Airdrie loves Airdrie.
Yes.
Yep.
And then, the business community, they're so supportive of each other and help each other out. And whether it's through our Chamber of Commerce or our business clubs, everyone just has so much fun. It's, even you guys doing this kind of stuff. Airdrie's a funky little city, and everybody wants to be part of it.
Yeah.
Kent, every time we sit and talk about Airdrie economic development, you never say I, you always say our team.
Yep.
And I know your team is, first of all, they're fantastic, every one of them. What do you want to say about your team? You know what?
I've been fortunate. When I first started the city, it was kind of just me, and then I've been able to, as the city grow, build my team, and my team is fantastic. I've been fortunate. We've seen a few people leave our team, but they went on to other departments within the city and became team leaders and things like that. And I always laugh that, economic development is partly a management training program for our city.
Yeah.
But it's we have a lot of fun. They all have a huge passion for not only the community,
Yep.
but certainly the business community. And I always almost get my eyes start to sweat sometimes when I start talking about my team, because they are really pretty awesome, and everybody knows them in the community. And they very seldom say no. It's let's see how we can make things work. And so behind every man is a good woman, and behind me, for every man, I have 3-4 great, fantastic staff.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's so much news about the economy in general, but I think it's important to focus on where you are. So how are things in your eyes in Airdrie as far as the economy goes?
Well, first of all, I'm an optimist, so...
Me too!
No, seriously, but I think, you look at Airdrie and, you look at Alberta as a whole, and, Alberta's taken a big hit over the last couple of years. And but I think Airdrie, we just keep plugging along. Our retail and commercial side, it's still, we're seeing lots of building happening up by Superstore, down in Sierra Springs, Kings Heights, Coopers. So that's really doing well for us. Industrial certainly has slowed down, but I think part of that is just investors, they're nervous about the Alberta economy.
Sure.
But, that we keep seeing smaller, businesses come in even on the industrial side. So, we're really excited. We have 6 quarter sections that are going to be coming on in the next 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And that's going to be all industrial. And so, it's positioning us as we come out of whatever this is, the new norm, or this, a struggling economy, we're going to be in a great position for bringing in a lot of new businesses into the community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was having a conversation this morning with a colleague from Saskatchewan, and he was laughing how in his community they're sort of 45,000 people, but they're doing a lot of event tourism and things like that. And he said they punch above their weight. And I said, in Airdrie we've always kind of punched above our weight. And the best example is a couple of years ago I was in Beijing, and we went to the Canadian Embassy, and you look at their racks of marketing materials, and it's Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, Calgary, and good old Airdrie. And
really?
So we've been able to get a lot of our stuff. We have stuff at a trade show in Hong Kong, an oil and gas trade show, and it's really what we do is we build relationships and make connections. And so we've been able to get into some places that I don't know if we should be or not, but it's always great awareness of for the community. Yeah.
If you see this, don't start talking.
Okay.
Come on now.
Can't.
Yeah.
Okay then. So,